All right, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome into the live training. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We're just going live across our platforms right now. Here we go. All right, let's see who we have coming in here today. If you are new to Dubb, please put a one in the chat with your industry. If you're new to Dubb, that would be awesome. A one in the chat with your industry. And if you're returning, please put a two in the chat. Although I do see names in here that have been in here before, which is always awesome to have returners, which is amazing. But let's see some ones. If we have some new folks, that would be awesome. Jennifer, looks like you put a one in there. Okay, perfect. Let me come over to you. Jennifer, give me 1 second here. If you want to say hello, Jennifer, you can. If you want to unmute, you can say hi. How are you?
Hi, this is Jennifer. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. What kind of brings you our way?
I don't even remember now. I know I signed up for your platform, but I've been so busy I haven't been into it yet. So
Okay,
just
cool.
learning more.
What's your industry, Jennifer? What do you do?
I'm a sales and leadership development expert. I've been doing it for 25 years, predominantly in the corporate space, but really now branching out into the industry I started in, which would be more the coaching, consulting entrepreneurs.
That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, we have a lot of anything trust-based with Dubb and video, coaching, consulting, real estate, insurance, mortgage, and pretty much any of those relationship type situations. It's worked really well. So we definitely have folks in your area that have been using it for a long time.
Good.
Yeah. So welcome in. Well, yeah, we're going to show you the basically what we do with these trainings. It's Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And then these live trainings go on our YouTube support channel later. So when people want to come back and say, "Oh, I want to see that part there, or I want to look at that part there," it's a pretty good learning tool.
Great.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, let me know, Jennifer.
All right, deal.
Good to meet you.
Same.
And let's see, I saw some other ones in here as well. Ernest, let me come over to you really quick. Ernest, I believe I sent you a video on Friday, I believe, if I have the correct Ernest. There's a few Ernests. Maybe there's a couple Ernests in here. I believe Ernest Baca, can you hear me okay?
Yes,
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing okay.
Did you get the video? I think I sent you a video on Friday, right?
Uh,
I think I emailed it to you.
Probably did, but I've been busy.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. What kind of brings you in? I think you were in the insurance space, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so talk to me about kind of the leads a little bit. Do you have people fill out forms, third-party forms, referrals, social posts? How do you kind of get your leads?
Well, I've been trying to get them through social posts,
Mhm.
but I've been kind of fed up with lead vendors because
Uh,
they all deliver garbage,
yeah,
if I could be blunt.
yeah. There's some out there that aren't great. Let's put that to put it lightly. See, yeah. So social media, and then do you get referrals as well?
Um, well, I'm just starting out, so it's kind of hard
Oh,
to get referrals.
okay, got it. You're just starting out. Okay. Have you done video before?
No.
Cool. Well, look, we have some cool tech that you can use. I think the main thing we cover in this training, and I'm gonna get to it in a second, is pretty much use case is one of the strongest things. Like once you have a use case, like how am I reaching out? Then the technology kind of goes along with that, depending on what the goal is. So I'm going to hit through the different ways you can do it. And then it's really just about choosing that path and that tech. And then you can always, one of the things that we're really big on is feedback for folks. So I'm going to put this in the chat right now. So it's feedback at Dubb. So if you want to, Ernest, when you're first trying out Dubb or anybody here, whether you've had Dubb for a while and you're trying something new, if you want feedback, you can record an example, pretend we're like the prospects and you can send it over to us so we can give you feedback.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it was good to meet you, Ernest. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. And let us know if you have any questions.
All
And just
right.
pop them in the chat as we kind of move along. Let's see. Did I see any other ones in here? Isaac, looks like you're in life insurance. Let me come over to say hi to you, Isaac, really quick over here. Can you hear me, Isaac?
Yes,
How are you? Good to meet you.
I'm good.
So what kind of brings you our way? Just prospecting, client com, kind of all the
Uh,
above? Or
I, I I think I saw an ad on Facebook and I just signed up for the trainings, but I'm like really busy.
yeah.
I was leaving the house and I got an email for that it was starting in 30 minutes. So I was like, let me get to the office and
Okay.
see what this is really about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's sending videos in the sales cycle, and we'll kind of hit on all that stuff right here. I know you got stuff doing, so we'll be jumping in a second. Thanks for coming in, Isaac. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And then let's see. I think I saw a couple other ones. Ernest, another Ernest in here. I think that might be a record for Ernest in one meeting. Ernest, can you hear me okay? It looks like you're in automation. If you can hear me all right.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Good to meet you. How
All
are
right.
you?
Good. I've used BombBomb in the past. You probably know who they are, right?
Yes.
What
Yep.
are yeah? What's the big difference with you and BombBomb? Because I liked it.
Yeah, yeah.
It ran out of gas for me.
I think the anecdotal stuff we've got over the years, I mean, BombBomb's been in the space forever. They were one
Yeah.
of the first ones, and I thought they've always done a good job. I just think that we hear from folks that come our way is typically, our mobile app is just way more robust. You can just do
Uh,
more with it. We have a lot of tech that's pretty much in the forefront. We have a lot of AI capabilities. And we also have even our Chrome extension has some cool functionality that's just on the top end of what can be done. So I think from a tech perspective, a live training perspective that we do every day, I think those are some of the main reasons why people come over.
right.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'll be showing that as we're kind of moving through. But I think if anybody records videos, you're on the right path. But it's really just about, what platform gives you the best support, the best tech, best use cases, and that's typically what we've heard coming over from BombBomb, usually over to us. So, yeah, does that help?
That did help. I just got to see this landing page in process and see how that works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna run through that right now.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Cool.
Thanks.
Well, good to meet you, Ernest. Thanks for coming in.
All right. Good morning. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. And then I think that was the end of the ones, I believe. Okay, great. All right, perfect. So let me jump in here and let's start running through this. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat there and we'll kind of reconvene here on the back side. And let me share my screen right now and let's move into what we're going to be checking out. Okay. All right. So here with Dubb, the main idea with Dubb and sending videos in general, in sales is what kind of impression does the video make right away? And also, what are they visually seeing? So there's a lot of different ways to record with Dubb, but what you're currently looking at is a 3-second animated preview that will repeat when you hit record with Dubb. So whatever way you record, and there are different styles that I'll show in a second, but whatever way you choose to record, when you hit record, that first 3 seconds is going to be the preview. You can technically change that inside of Dubb with editing. You can slide it to a different part of the video if you like it better visually. But just know when you hit record, whatever you're doing, that's what's going to show. Now, before you can decide on what kind of video you want to record, one of the biggest things that we always remind everybody is what's your strategy and how do you figure out what your hook is? So see how in this video area I said, what's your hook? That's really what you want to figure out. So if you have any kind of ChatGPT that you use, Grok, Gemini, if you even use our own AI within Dubb called Auto, right up here at the top, any one of these AIs, what you want to ask is say, look, here's my ICP, my ideal client profile. Here's the industry I'm in. Here's why I'm reaching out to that individual or that group. And here's what I want them to do. Can you please give me 25 to 6 word hooks that will get someone to want to click on this video and give good context, and make it juicy for them to want to click, but it's got to be related to what that hook is. So when the AI gives you those 20 examples or 30 or whatever you ask for, give it a human pass, see what the ones you like, make the adjustments. And once you have your hook, then you're like, how do I visually want to present that hook? Now, the reason we say 5 to 6 words is because usually that's what fits into the little whiteboard there that you're going to see in a minute. And that usually is pretty good for a subject line up here at the top before it gets cut off as it's moving along. So once you have your hook and you know what that is, here are some different ways you can record. This one right here was done with the webcam inside of the Dubb platform. So the basic website recorder, I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone that has a little whiteboard feature where you can type. So what I did, hit record, held it up to the camera, and because it's an animated preview, I'm doing a little wave and a little point. You want a little bit of motion to it. But again, this is from the webcam. You also can record from the webcam a virtual background behind you. So instead of holding up the whiteboard, you can put a virtual behind you to give the same context or hook if you want to. Virtual background behind is really good for profiles that you see right here, articles you want to share, company websites, screenshots of actions that people have taken. And if you're in real estate, why not put a property behind you? Have it right there that someone's interested in. And you'll notice in this example here, I'm holding up the whiteboard and I have a virtual background behind me. So you can either do one or the other, or you can do both, and it works really well. So you can have the hook here and have a screenshot that gives context behind you, or one or the other. But the whole point is having visuals here that someone can really relate to in terms of what they are looking at. And that's really what you want, a hook and context. Now, as far as the other kinds that you've got, that's our webcam, but you also can do screen recording videos with Dubb. So this is done with the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder. So any website that you want to be on top of, walking someone through something, this is a really good way to do it. Reaching out on LinkedIn that we'll show in a little bit, this is a great thing to use for that as well. So you can put yourself in a bubble. Notice I have arrows pointing towards the bubble. And notice inside the bubble, I'm still holding up my whiteboard because I could have been smiling in there and just pointing at the title, which is great. You know it's a market update because you can see that. But I'm giving an additional message inside there, which is going to make them want to click more. So why not, whatever industry you're in, why not have that little hook inside the bubble as well? So any website you want to be on top of, the Dubb Chrome extension is a great screen recorder to do that. We also have a Dubb desktop app. That's a screen recorder as well. The difference here is the one you just looked at was browser based, anything inside the browser. But the Dubb desktop app is like a drone that flies over the top of everything on your computer. So it can go on top of websites, videos, Canvas slides, documents, whatever you want. And you also have some other cool functions. Like notice how I'm cropped in closer on the website because I'm showing something very specific. So when I show the two screen recorders, Chrome and desktop app, I'll show you the differences. But that's just an example of one of the differences. You also have a mobile app that does this as well. So you can have a virtual background behind you there and have text on screen. You also can just type your hook if you want to do that, like we just talked about. Put it above your head, different font, different color, wherever you'd like it. And you also have the ability to use picture in picture, which is really popular with real estate folks, obviously, for property walkthroughs. Uses both cameras on the phone, shows what's in front of you, and you're on the screen as well. But it's also really good if you're ever at a live event, whatever industry you're in, or if you're with a client and you want to do a quick little social post, or maybe you're talking to a client in person, you could record and then you're right there talking to them. You also can pull up a website on your computer and then lean in with your computer with picture with your phone with picture in picture on, and you're showing what's in front of you again, and you're on the screen as well. So all of these are different visual ways that you can convey these things. Like maybe you're locally going around to businesses where you are in your sales in your industry, and you're physically outside of business. You're about to go in. Well, take a little video outside of you outside the business, send it to the contact you have for the business. If you have like their email, send it in first, and then walk in and say, "Hey, I just sent you this video." They pull it up and they see you in front of the business. So there's a lot of these little strategies that you can do, but it's all about what they see when they get this video, because when they do get it and they click on it, this is what's going to happen. They're going to be brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So it's going to have your logo over here to the top left. It's going to have the initial video you created right here in the middle. And then there's going to be playlist videos. They're going to play right after the video you've created seamlessly to run right into them. So the power of this playlist is it provides more information, but also you can record a video one time about what you do, products, services, why someone should work with you, basically your pitch video. You'll make it a minute, minute and a half, and then that will always play right after the initial video you've created. The fact that you have your video playlist in there that's your one-time record about what you do gives you the freedom in the initial video to talk about that hook that we talked about. 30 to 40 seconds, don't make it too long. Get right in, get out with the value and have them take an action, and that video after will always play. And then if you have video testimonials, this is a really nice spot to have them because it kind of completes the loop here of the journey that they would be on. And then below here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after consuming the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? That's been probably the most popular button over the years for sales. But do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want a link to an external form? Do you want something embedded below? Do you want them to leave a case, check out a case study, leave a review? So there's a number of options you can have down there. If you have multiples, I would just go in order of importance from left to right. Now there's a reply with video button down here. It's pretty fun. Sometimes people send you videos back, but the main kind of use case for this button that we've seen with Dubb folks over the years is getting video testimonials. So if you don't have video testimonials, or you do and you want to get more in a convenient way for both sides, send someone a video with that button below it So it'll be like this. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. You don't need to download anything. Just click the reply with video button below and send me a video right back and let me know what you think about the platform. So you'd ask them whatever questions you want. They send the video back to you. You have a notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply, and then you just make it part of this playlist right here. And this is the loop you want them in right here. The last part of the page is over here to the right. This is your AI assistant, Sia, your sales interactive assistant. Now, it's not a necessity that you have it on the page. It's a choice. You can turn the little button off inside if you want to, but we've had good feedback from it where when someone lands here on the page, maybe they have questions before they want to take the next step. So in real time over here to the right, they can ask the AI a question. You can have your FAQs here. And when you ask the AI a question, it's going to give you the answer, but then it's going to push for your desired outcome at the end because it wants to keep the momentum going. It's not just going to give the answer, whatever. It wants to push for whatever your big CTA button is to the left. In my case, it's book a time in my calendar or whatever that is for you. Now, the AI is educated inside the platform with individual website pages that you can enter. The AI will physically learn what's in text on the pages. And then you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both. And then the AI will become educated on what you're doing. So it's really, really a very cool supportive tool. And then these preset landing pages in general, if you have splits in your audience, like if I'm in real estate and I work with buyers, sellers, FISBOs, and expireds, I would want to create preset landing pages for each one of those parts of my audience. Same thing with coaching and consulting, different industries, recruitment, mortgage, insurance, finance, whatever it is. If there's splits within your industry in terms of messaging, I would create different preset landing pages that speak directly to them. And when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, one of the first things the team does is they meet you in Zoom for an optimization setup. They help set up your account with your logo, your buttons, and all that good stuff. So you can get ready to go. And all of it's tracked. Did someone open your email? Did they watch the video? If they did, what's the watch percentage? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? Did they just view the page? All of this helps you follow up in a really smart way. Now, if you're going to record these videos, let's look at how we record them. So this webcam straightforward style, how would you record that? So inside the Dubb platform, right here at the top, you have your red camera icon. This is where you can upload a video into Dubb or you can record from your webcam. So when you select this here, it's going to open up the webcam. Now, when it opens up, if you want to get the mobile app here on your phone, once you have it, this is where you're going to get the Dubb whiteboard. So get the Dubb mobile app, Dubb app, and once you have it, this is where the whiteboard would be. So here's the mobile app. The little button is right up here at the top right, that little square button with the person. And once you select that there, then you can type. And that's all I was doing before, just typing my hook. So you type your hook here, type it, turn it, and there you have it right here. And if you want to get a virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background. We have some stock photos in here. You can go to your photos, and then you can upload into here any screenshots that you have, like we talked about. Properties in real estate, articles, company screenshots, websites, whatever it is. And it creates this library for you in here. Then you just select the one that you want, and you have the virtual background behind you that you want in front of you. Just make sure you have a light in front of you. I have a ring light here, but you could have natural light, a combination of both. If you talk with your hands, I would keep them within your shoulders. If you go out here, you're going to go into the soup a little bit. And if you want to do a combo of both, you can do both at the same time, like you saw before, or one or the other. Now, every Dubb recording that you're going to see inside of Dubb has the ability to use a teleprompter. So if you want to use a teleprompter, all you have to do first is have a script saved into Dubb. So you can access that in a couple ways. So if I was in the Dubb dashboard and I wanted to, add a script to the Dubb platform, go over to the left under Assets, click Scripts, and then the blue plus button right here, and then just add your script in and then save it. You can do it that way, or right here from the recorder, I can click above me and I can go to create new script right up here at the top, take me to the same spot. Or I can scroll through scripts I already have saved in the platform, or I can search for a script just by typing the title, and then it pops down right here. Now I can control the speed right here if I want to, right here. I can hit the play button, see if I like the speed. I can back the text off, or I can zoom it in. If I want to make any real-time changes to the script, I can go right over here to the pencil icon and I can make my changes. Now, as far as distance, I think arm's distance away is probably pretty good physically. And then I would let your eyes flow up. Keep your eyes at the top, let the words flow up into your eye line. If you're searching down for the words and you're not keeping your eyes at the top, I would just increase the speed a little bit. But just takes a little bit of practice to do this. Teleprompter is pretty awesome. It has all the words in front of you if you want to say things a specific way. I would just give it read through so the words don't surprise you and you have the proper inflection. Now, to do this, I'm going to grab my little hook here. I'm going to hit the record button. And here's an example of what this would look like. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording and the teleprompter, click the button again here, and it resumes and it keeps recording. If I want to delete, it's the red X. Are you sure? And then if you want to save this video inside the Dubb platform, it's the blue check mark right here. And if you want to close the teleprompter, tap it here. So this is the most straightforward style you can get. You get your hook right here. You can have the virtual background behind you, one or the other, or both. So we're going to save this into the platform right now. We're going to select the check mark. And when it saves this video into Dubb, it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of the platform. So anytime you save a video, this is where you're going to land, right inside here. So I'm just going to select a different video just because that one's still transcoding. So here's the video, right? So we can do some things here on the video edit page. Up here at the top, we can change the title internally to whatever we would like it to be, and then just make sure you hit the check mark when you're done. Over here to the right, there's a little preview button, this little square with an arrow, because we recorded a video. So when we click this button here, it's going to open up a new tab and it's going to say, hey, there's your video. And it's on the preset landing page. You got your buttons, your AI, you got everything there. Great. Gives you a chance to preview it. Now you can change that if you want to. So inside here, there's a little drop down right here. And the check mark says Rob's preset. This is my default preset. So whenever I record a video, that preset landing page that you just saw will always be attached to it, unless I change it to another preset landing page that I've created. Then it will change everything about the background. So you have access to your other preset landing pages right here if you want to switch that. Every Dubb video you save into Dubb has an MP4 version file that you can download, which is really good for social media because the social media platforms love the raw files, so you can just upload them to the platforms. But you can download any video record, you got an MP4. Over here to the right, there's a QR code for every Dubb video. So if I was in real estate and I had those door hanger, flyers you have on there, you have mail stack stuff, make a fun video like, hey, thanks for pulling me off your door, or whatever industry you're in. If you're doing any kind of physical mail, this is great in terms of recording a video. If you're at an event, and you have a booth there, have something to have a placard there. If you're at an event and you don't have a booth, but you're walking around meeting people, you can pre-record a video that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. Click below to stay in touch. So when they scan your QR code, when they meet you, then they'll be able to get that video. You also can use it for open houses if you're in real estate. Put that little placard on the counter and say, hey, thanks for coming to this open house. By the way, you click below, you can check out similar properties. So a lot of use cases there for the QR codes. You also can upload this video directly to YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. And you have some other options right across here. This right here is analytics. So we have an AI coach called Kyra. So when you record a video, if you want some non-biased immediate feedback, click generate. It'll give you feedback on your delivery analysis. It will also give you feedback on your visuals and your content. You also have activity right over here. Now, this is no activity because we haven't sent that video anywhere. But if we did, we have the ability to really drill down on what the actions were so we can follow up in a really smart way. You also have a details tab. This details tab is going to remind you that, remember, these are the buttons you have below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page. And these are your playlist videos that are on the page. And I can change any of these right here if I want to. And if I sent this video out to someone, I already sent it, and I forgot to change a button or a video, I still can make those changes and it will retroactively refresh on the other side. Every Dubb video you save in here, you also can edit. So I can play this video or I can drag this to any part of the video I want to cut. So let's just say I want to cut out this part right here. I'll drag it here and then I just click the scissor icon, splits my clip in two pieces, drag it or play it to my second cut point, scissors, and now you got 3 pieces. And whatever's highlighted in orange, that's what you would delete. And if you want to bring it back, just click the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back to where you were. You also have this design tab. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning. When you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. But if you want to choose a different part of the video visually that you like better, you can just use the slider to move it to that point, click generate thumbnail, and that will be the 3 second preview. Or you can upload your own thumbnail. So you have those choices. So we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page, and now we just want to send it. So to do a simple send, we're going to come over to your email, we're going to open up a compose, and then some best practices here. You always want to have the word video in the subject line, the very first thing that they read. It's rare that you see those in subject line, so put it right there first. Then have your hook that we talked about in the beginning. Have a little bit of text in terms of why they should watch. And then to add the video in, you can do it in a couple ways. So over here inside the video platform, there's always a big blue share and send video button next to every video you select. So if you hit share and send, you just put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that advanced tracking. You can even add a little personalization text at the top of the video. If you want to add it, you don't have to. And then click copy for email. And then it's just a copy and paste. And it drops it in just like that. Now, there is a shortcut that you can do. So if you have Gmail or Outlook 365, you have this as a shortcut. You'll notice there's a Dubb button right down here at the bottom in Gmail, right there. In Outlook 365, it's off to the right. That's the shortcut button. The reason that button is there is because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top that we're going to look at in a second. But when you have that, that little button shows up. So when you select that here, it opens up the Chrome extension, which is open now. And you can see me scrolling through my video library down to the bottom right. So I'm going to find my video. There it is. Click Advanced Options. Put the email like I did before in for the tracking. Add a little personalization text if I want to. And then all you have to do is click Insert, and it pops it right in just like that. Now we're going to look at screen recording. The screen recording example I showed you in the beginning, this one right here. Any website you want to record and be on top of, the Dubb Chrome extension is a browser-based screen recorder. So just Google Dubb Chrome extension, three-step process to get it pinned up here at the top. And now I'm going to show you how you reach out on LinkedIn. And again, this could be any website you want to be on top of. But we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. So I'm going to open up the Chrome extension here, and it's going to physically put me on the screen just like this. Now, the thing is, when you're on these websites, you want to think about what's the shape of my webcam? How big do I want to go? And where do I want to put myself? So size-wise, you can grab the edge right here like this and just expand or make it smaller. I wouldn't go too big because you don't want to obviously cover the stuff you're trying to show, but put maybe a good size right in there like that. And then you can choose your shape. You can go rectangle, you can go phone shape, you can go square. I'm going to go circle because I want to match what LinkedIn does with circles. So just kind of think aesthetically, what does the page look like? Try to match it. And then physically, where do you want to put yourself in an interesting spot? I'm going to put myself right next to him. I can even knock on his bubble if I want to do that. And then you can zoom yourself in here for a tighter frame if you want to, or you can back yourself up. You can physically move yourself around inside here if you want to just get a better, balance to where you are. You can jump to full screen if you want to make a point about something. Go back to the page. You also can turn your camera off if you just want to do an audio walkthrough of what you're showing. You also can use your headshot if you don't want to be on camera. And if you are live like this, you can put a virtual background behind you, like we just did in the webcam before, if we want to add that. We also have a teleprompter, just like we did before. This one's a little different. This teleprompter, when you find your script here, you can physically move this. You can grab the sides like this. And I'm going to put mine towards the camera up here at the top. Now, the big difference here with this teleprompter is when you use the Dubb Chrome extension, because it's browser-based, you don't want to go full screen in your browser, because if you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter tab. You physically won't be able to get to it to click on it. So if you are going to use the teleprompter with the Chrome, leave a little bit of a space where you can click record, and then just tap it to bring it forward so you can physically see it. If you're going to use an annotation tool, right over here, which we'll show in a second, and then I always like, these versions over here to the right, see these different screen, tab, and camera right over here? If I click camera, it's going to open up the video like a webcam. If I'm on tab, which is what I'm on right now, and I hit record, it's going to be a nice clean cut of this page. It won't show any of the open tabs I have at the top. If I go screen, it's going to show my entire computer screen. I'd only do that if I was saying, hey, Ruben, listen, I want to show you this website. And I click on one of the tabs above, and I'll bounce over to the different tabs if I want to show them that. I'm going to keep my recording on tab. Now I'm going to bring in my additional hook because I want to bring this in here. And again, it's not a necessity. You can wave and point and do your thing. And if you want to add the additional hook, you can. So I'm going to hit record right now. To the right, I'm going to choose my tab. You can see me right there. I'm going to click share, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I saw your profile here and I wanted to reach out because I saw that you wrote a book called Click Record, which is awesome. I click record every day. So I want to talk to you about that. So again, whatever your motion, movement, smiling is for that first 3 seconds, that's the animated preview. And then I jump to full screen. Now, when you make these screen recordings in general, like, LinkedIn, web, whatever you're doing, when you jump to full screen, it's a nice way to break the visual to make your point about something and then go back to the page. You can do that in a couple ways. So you can hover over your webcam with your mouse, like I'm doing right now, and double click it. It brings you full. Double click the screen to go back. You also can hover over and then click this little square right here, brings you to full. Click it here to go back. You also can click on the little control panel at the bottom, it says expand webcam. Click that there. Click it here to go back. And then if you want to scroll around while you're recording, be very free flowing, do whatever you want to do. If you want to be a little more regimented and you want to hit the pause button, hit the pause button. You don't have to do it all in one shot. And then click resume. If you want to use the annotations, right over here to the left, you can do arrows, you can do text on screen, you can put things in numerical order of importance, you can draw on the screen if you want to, you can use circles. All of these annotations are going to stay sticky too. They're not going to follow you down the page, so they'll stay where they're supposed to stay. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, this is a really nice way to do it. Any website that you want to share and really break down and be, the expert in your area talking about stuff, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark down the bottom like we did before, and this is going to save the video inside the Dubb platform, right to the video edit page we just looked at. Now, how would we send this video to Ruben that we just recorded? So we recorded that video to him, but how would we share it? So you want to connect with someone on LinkedIn first. You want to be a first connection. Once you are, then click the message button at the bottom. And then you'll notice there's a little Dubb symbol in there like we saw in Gmail. That's the integration we have with LinkedIn. Just click that button. Opens up the Chrome that we just used. You can see my videos down to the bottom right. Just select the video and click insert. And then just highlight the text, change it to something personal or whatever you wanted to say. Click send. And then Ruben's going to see that nice animated preview as opposed to just text-based messaging. Now, the next screen recorder we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. So what you want to do is Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC. And when you have it on a Mac, it'll be right up here at the top, the little D symbol here. On a PC, it'll be at the bottom. And again, this is free of the browser. This is like a drone flying over everything. The Chrome that you just saw was browser-based. This can go on top of whatever you need. So I'm going to select the View Quick menu right here, and it's going to pop my options up right here. And I'm going to choose Record Screen so we can see the differences between the two that we just looked at. So number one, webcam stuff's all the same. You can do all the same functionality. In terms of the annotation tool, it does all the same annotations. The only difference is when you use the annotations for the desktop app, they are not going to stay sticky. They're going to follow you up and down. So I would use them, delete them, and then move. The teleprompter is similar to the Chrome where you can physically move it wherever you want to move it to, but it's different where you find a script. So when I have a script, one of the first options that I'm going to have is auto track, which is voice recognition. So if I want to read the script, it's going to go at my pace and highlight the words and go as fast as I want to go. Now, if I want to use the scroll speed, like you saw before, you can click this here, close it, and now you have auto scroll. So it's either auto scroll or auto track. You have that as an option with the desktop app. Now, the last part is the recording here. So you're going to notice this red slash down here at the bottom. If I was going to hit record and that red slash is there, I would get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. So right now it's on 16:9, which is the proper YouTube orientation. So whatever I put this on top of, whatever's inside the blue lines, that'll be part of the recording. I also can click portrait. So if I want to do social videos right from my desktop, I have the ability to do that. Just put it on top of whatever you like. I also can choose custom down here. Custom is pretty cool because you can crop around anything you would like to crop around, which means you can get very specific with what you want to show. All right, so I'm going to hit record here. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume just like I did with the Chrome extension. The big difference here is the check mark. So normally, like we just saw, when you hit the check mark, it means you're saving a video into Dubb. Not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, a preview window is going to open up, and I have just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a bunch of clips or a few, and then we're going to merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. So the neat thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer and make them part of the story. So if you have an MP4 file in there and you want to drop it in, you can do that. So let's just say I want to keep recording now. I recorded this one clip. How do I keep going? So down at the bottom left, you have three creative choices. The one all the way to the left is record screen video, which is what I just did. So I can click that button there. It'll take me right back to where I was in the same format, hit record, and now I'm just recording a second screen recording clip. And I could have pulled up a different website, a different tab, whatever I wanted to show, hit the check mark, and there is the second clip that I've recorded. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like, which is nice. You don't have to record chronologically. And you also can tap the three-dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. So you can keep one you like, get rid of one you don't. You also can record webcam clips below. That's the middle icon to the bottom left. So if I select webcam, it opens it up here. And this could easily be the end of my video. I could say, hey, listen, welcome into this video right now. You know what? I want to take a second and talk about this really important topic. The whole idea is it's visually different than what you showed before, and you can place it wherever you'd like. The last choice down to the bottom left is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video, put it inside of a bubble, and put it on top of anything that you'd like. So let's just say I was doing a market update in real estate. I'm sitting in front of my webcam. I have my teleprompter pulled up, and I'm just recording directly to camera about the market. I save that inside my Dubb, inside the video library inside of Dubb. I save it. And then I click the narrator button right down here. It takes me inside the video library where I was. Click this button here, grab the video you want. And now the market video I recorded right here inside the bubble, I just pull up a website or a document or wherever I want to show, hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking, and I can scroll around, pause, resume, whatever I want to do. So whatever industry you're in, if you want to pre-record something or you have a pre-recorded video and you want to place that on top of anything you want, you have the ability to do it with Dubb Narrator. So now that I have my clips here, I just want to merge them together into one video and save them into Dubb. So down to the bottom right, you have an upload button. That's where if I'm like, you know what, I want to merge them all now, save them into Dubb. But there's also an edit button to the bottom right. So when you select that, it's going to merge the clips together and then give you a full editing option right here before you even save the video into Dubb. So this editor is just like the one you saw inside the platform. You can cut things out, save it, whatever you want to do right here. You even can select this little button called Smart Cut. Whereas if you want to get rid of the silences in your videos, the little pink areas here, you can get rid of them and you can have a tighter cut. Then you can download the MP4 right now if you want to, and then upload this into the Dubb platform. The only time really over the years I've downloaded the MP4 before was if I did a really long YouTube video and I wanted to make sure I had the file, and then I would upload it. But most of the time I click upload. Now the last kind of style that we're going to look at here for recording is going to be the mobile app. So the mobile app is very similar to the desktop app because it records in clips as well. It has some other cool stuff that you can do. Obviously, you're on the move with it. You can't be on the move with the desktop app. But the mobile app is similar to the desktop app with that. So when you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, go to Dubb app if you have, Google Play Store or the App Store. And when you have the mobile app, here's how you're going to record. So here's the mobile app here, the home area. I'm going to select our blue button down the bottom with the camera. When I select that there, it's going to open up my recorder. Now, when I first use the Dubb mobile app, this will always be defaulted for 1 minute. And you have other timers here as well. But I'm going to slide mine over to 10 minutes, just so I don't get cut off and you can't go beyond 10 minutes on the mobile app. I'm going to click the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. You can see the timer in my eye line and the timer down here. I also can pause and resume this recording right here if I want to. And to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there it is. There is the clip that I've just recorded, just like the desktop app. Now, this clip has been downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area if I do need it. I'm going to hit record one more time, just so we have a couple clips here. There's my second clip. And I can physically change the order. I can take my finger, hold one with a second, and slide it, so I don't have to record chronologically. And if I tap a clip individually, I can delete, trim, download. And if I select edit, I can do some things here. I can add some royalty-free music here if I'd like to. We have a whole library. Just make sure you adjust the levels so the music doesn't overwhelm your voice. Just play it back to test it. You can add text on the screen like I talked about in the beginning. So this is where you would type your hook. And then you just physically, different colors, different font sizes, move it wherever you'd like to. You can do that. You also can do voiceover here if you'd like to, or you can do a voiceover at the end. You also have the ability to speed up the action of this clip if you want to. If you're doing like an action clip and you want to go faster, you can go all the way up to 10x. And you can add in burned in subtitles now, or you can do it at the end. These icons right over here, what do they do? So if you click the tooltip at the top, it's going to tell you their function right here. And then just tap the tooltip again to close it. I always go with a countdown timer, which I always go with 3 seconds. So when I hit record, get ready to smile. Here we go. And I'm ready. So 3, 2, 1 works pretty good. We have a 10-second one if you want to do that. We also have video stabilization. So if you're doing a walk and talk and you're like, oh man, it's way too herky-jerky, I'm going to grab this button right here, select low, medium, or high, and then it basically takes it from this to more like that. It's more like a gimbal recording. And if you want to use a teleprompter, this is one of our best ones. You select this one here. Again, find your script that you want to find. You can search for it by name. Once you have your script, you have a choice here. Auto scroll, like we saw before, between 1 and 10. Select the play button, see if you like that speed. Again, if your eyes are not staying at the top and you're searching for the words, either increase the speed or move up the guardrails like this. So now there's nothing to look at down here. I got to keep my eyes right here at the top where they should be. If you're doing landscape for YouTube or something like that, the script will adjust to the left next to the camera. Now, if you want to do any editing with this, pencil icon right here. Make some changes, save it. If you have an iPhone, you have this as an option right here. If you go to the gear icon, you can go to auto track, and then it's voice recognition. So it'll be like this. Activity reporting is critical for sales. Well, it looks like it's not working on there, but it would normally highlight it, and then it would normally go. And that's an option for iPhone with auto track. So auto scroll or auto track. And then you can hit the X to the top right, and it will close. If you recorded a video on your phone and you want to make it part of the story here, all you have to do is go to the folder button here. It will take you to your video area on your phone. Find the video you want, drop it in. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button right here to the right. So you can go black and white, skin smoothing, different kind of color gradations. Just see which one you like and just choose the one that you want. Picture in picture that we looked at in the beginning is right here. So when you select this one, this is where it shows what's in front of you, and you can move yourself around, make yourself bigger, smaller, zoom in the background, whatever you'd like to do. And then the last one is virtual background, the very last button down on the bottom right. Take those screenshots on your phone of the stuff we talked about in the beginning, and then when you select it here, just put it behind you, and there you go. And when you're ready to merge all of these clips together into that one video, blue button to the top right, that merges all your clips together. Once they're merged, you'll have a finished copy on your phone of that video, and then you'll also be able to upload it into the Dubb platform with the blue button, blue button right there that says upload, and that will save it into Dubb. Now, from the Dubb home area on the mobile app, you also can do sending. So here is the video library inside of Dubb on the mobile app. Select the video you want. Let's go with the shark one here. And then you click share video, and then you can click copy for email. It'll copy it to your clipboard like that, and then you can just paste it. You also can click copy for SMS, copy, paste it, or you can select the icons to the top right. One is a block icon for email, one is a paper airplane icon for SMS, and then you're able to send it. So these different ways to record have different visual impacts on what you want to do. Now, from a CRM perspective, if you have, say, a Salesforce or a Go High Level or a Follow-Up Boss, or, you have a CRM that you really, really love and you have your workflows and everything, that's totally fine. We have a pretty extensive list of CRMs and third-party centers that we have integrations with. So you can keep your workflows that you like, just add video. Now, if you wanted to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can do that. So to the left under CRM, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns, bulk, email, and SMS. And you even can do automation, drip sequences, workflows. We have that with our Pro Plus. So there's Pro and Pro Plus with Dubb. So you have that as an option in terms of a package. Now, as far as AI writing, we have our auto right here in the middle, chat with auto. That's our AI guide. So right within here, you can click in here and say, hey, auto, write me a script on this. This is an email script, it's a video script, whatever it is. Ask auto to do that there. The key for this to work really cool is that it's this little icon right here to the right, this little person icon. So it says basic in sales. So let's imagine I'm in recruiting for a second and I work with employers and candidates. We're back to those splits we talked about with the landing pages, right? So any splits you have in your audience, let's just say recruiting, employers, candidates. I would create a profile for my employers and one for candidates. And then once you create these, just answer these questions. And then the AI is learning about this part of your audience. And once the AI learns it, then you can just choose whatever audience you're working with. I was like, you know what? I want to create an email campaign for my candidates here. Choose candidates. Right in here, say, Auto, give me this script, blah, blah, blah. And Auto will remember everything about that part of your audience. And then when you write that script, Auto will ask you, hey, do you want to save it inside a Dubb? You say yes. And then it'll save it right to scripts, and you'll be able to use it as a teleprompter. So a lot of really cool stuff you can do within here. In terms of training, I would say down over here to the bottom right here, there's a second link right here called Dubb Academy. And that's got a lot of videos in here that we've done on how to use the platform. They're all labeled. They're good to access. You also can go to Dubb Support on YouTube, which is a great place to learn as well. All these live trainings are on our Dubb Support. They've been edited into smaller versions on different topics as well. So they're really good for that. And referrals, if you want to refer Dubb to someone, if you click this little button down here and you click apply now, if you're using the platform and you love it, click apply now, creates a referral link for you. And that referral link, if someone subscribes through it, you get a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb. So we're really supportive of our partners. A lot of partners do it. And, if you're on a paid plan with Dubb, and you get 3 or 4 different people, 5 people, whatever the number is. I mean, you get a paid plan with us, which is, you get a free plan with us, which is pretty great. So, okay. So let me pop over here. Let me see if anybody has any questions in here. Let me just kind of scroll through the chat. Let's see. Okay. I saw the Q&A light up, but I don't see it right now. Does anybody have any questions? Is anything on their mind from what they saw? Anything from anybody? Open chest. Jennifer, I know we chatted at the top. Anything on your mind from what you saw? Any questions or anything?
No, I mean, it was a lot. I'm just now kind of getting indoctrinated here, so I'm sure I'll be in your Dubb Academy.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great place to start. I think the biggest thing, especially when you're doing the coaching that you're doing, do you do LinkedIn outreach? Is that something you
Oh,
do?
yeah, a lot.
I would take that as the isolated use case because as you just saw, Dubb does, a lot of stuff. If I was going to start as like a practice one where you're playing with it, if you want to send me a request on LinkedIn, I'll accept it and then just like send a test if you want to.
Okay.
Extension to record on top. And so when you go back to this live training on YouTube support, just go to the LinkedIn part. And then I would just try that as a use case. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Great.
And then we don't have to worry about all the other tech. I would just say, I want to reach out on LinkedIn. Boom, connect with someone, open up the Dubb Chrome extension, do your pitch. I mean, the stuff I talked about with the hook, that's all kind of basic sales stuff in general. It's just how are you visually saying that? So if you're reaching out to me on LinkedIn, what does that additional hook tell me? Like, what's that thing about what you do that maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of? That's really what you want to focus on for the hook.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll
feel
do
free.
it.
Like I said, if you want to send me something, feel free. But I would isolate, forget everything else. Chrome extension, LinkedIn. That's something I would look at first.
Yeah, I agree. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in, Jennifer. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And then let's see, Jason, I saw your hand up. Good to have you, Jason. I haven't heard your voice in a while, my friend. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah. You know, you watch these training and you do a fantastic job, but then you don't know what you need till you get into using it. And
Yeah.
anyway, I think I'm almost there. But one of the things that has happened is I was I love the hook. I think that little GIF, that little 3 second. I mean, I think
Mhm.
that's part of the beauty of what this platform does is, shows that little uh, you know,
Preview.
yep, preview where people will it'll get their attention. And I
Yep.
noticed that all of a sudden it stopped showing. I do little tests and I'll text my wife
Yeah.
just to see, hey, how does it come across? And then sometimes it's great, and then sometimes it's not. So what
Mm.
would cause it to quit showing?
I know we had I think it was on Thursday or Friday of last week. When did you send it, Jason?
I mean, I've been sending them. I mean, probably Thursday and Friday and different days. I mean,
Because we had a
I don't know if
bug.
I've tried today, but
We had a bug on Thursday, and Friday. It was a weird little bug where it was like not getting showing the GIF for a little while. I know the team was looking at it, but then it was back. So I know we had some kind of little bug going on.
okay, so maybe that was it. Maybe it was because
It's
I was trying to figure it out and figure. I was like, because I did see where you hit the button, and I think if you can just double check and show me real quick, but when you
Yep.
hit share,
Hmm.
you've got all these options, and
Yep.
I think the top one is what I usually like to share with the animated GIF, whatever.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's the correct one. I'll grab this right now and show you. Let me share my screen. It's this one right here.
Man, you are an expert on Dubb, aren't you, brother?
No, listen, I am not close to the expert. The expert, if we're going to talk about experts, Darius, co-founder, and Ruben, they're like they built this stuff. This is like
I'm
their
just saying you do this
every
every
corner.
day, and
Yeah, yeah.
when you
Ah,
teach, you
I
you get
appreciate
it.
I appreciate it. I try to focus on my big thing is I try to focus on okay, who are we trying to reach out to? What's the coolest visual way we can do it? And what's the most succinct message? And just have the basic landing page, do your basic stuff. Because the people that have done well with Dub have done just like there are people that have just recorded videos doing a walk and talk saying hello, and that meant a lot to someone because not a lot of salespeople send videos like this. So it's
Yeah.
not crazy, but I appreciate it. Thank you, though. But if you go here, I usually go copy for email. You know what I mean? That copies it, and
Hmm.
copy and paste. That's usually what I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, when you hit that drop down though, that's what I look at. If you
yeah.
and
You
see
can
how it says
do. Mhm.
copy animated lift and GIF and link, is that what I should be the very top one?
You can test it. I mean, it's supposed to do that anyway, but I mean, you can test it. If you're having like an issue it doesn't show, click that and try that as well. But clicking copy for email should do the same thing because you're seeing the animated GIF. So if you
And
do this one.
that's for a text as well.
Yeah, text is going to be if you do text on the mobile app, that is dry. See, this is the thing about text. Texting is a little different because if you and I know each other, our phones know each other, then you click share and send, like you just did there, the button, right? Share and send. And then I'll get the animated GIF. I click on it, boom, I'm on the landing page. But if we don't know each other, our phones don't know each other, and you have to send, we always say it's good to send out like a request first. Hey, Jason, it's Rob. Listen, would you mind if I send you this quick video? Yeah, Rob, go ahead and send it. And then I send it to you. Our phones have communicated. Boom, the animated GIF is there. Could you send the video technically and it only shows as a link and then you download the GIF and send the GIF as well? You can do that. It's a little bit of a workaround. But I think for SMS, it's better where you do the permission-based send and then they'll definitely see the GIF.
I think one of the things that may have been an issue for me
Yeah.
was I have a Mac, and
Yep.
so it's tied. I have a texting platform or whatever from my
Yeah.
desktop, and I just assume it's just the same. But
Yeah.
it could be that texting from my computer
Mhm.
may give it a different result.
You can test it. You can do one from the mobile app, take the same phone number and see what shows up.
Yeah, I think that's what I just realized because I just did it from my phone, and it did exactly what it was supposed to, and that could be because either you guys had a bug or
It's definitely got to be probably related to the bug or something like that because being on the computer is related, I'm sure, in some way, whereas it's isolated on the phone, it seems like so. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I just need to make sure I send it from my phone and text instead of from my computer possibly. But anyway, good deal.
Jason, good to hear your voice, my friend.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And everybody else, any questions before we go? Anything on anyone's mind? We'll be back here tomorrow at the same bat time, same bat station. Anything from anybody before we head out for the day? Anyone? Anyone? Going once, going twice, going thrice? Anyone? Okay, well, listen, thank you so much for coming in as always. Dub support. on YouTube. You can watch these trainings on there. In fact, we're live now across a lot of different platforms, so it'll be in the live section. Then we also post it again to the different part of YouTube as well. And then Dubb Academy, Dubb support, support at dubb.com. If you have any questions, email. And we look forward to seeing everyone in there. Send us videos at feedback@Dubb. We love checking them out. So anyway, thanks for coming in, everyone, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.